Wheel adapters, 1.5 inch. This should let me put the new tires and wheels on the TERYX. New to me tires and wheels. Hi, I'm Matt. This is Procrastination Garage. It's Saturday afternoon, about 1 p.m., and I've decided this afternoon is going to be a day of fun, doing stuff Matt wants to do. So what does Matt want to do? Well, I guess I want to change the cabin filter in my wife's Venza. Okay, that's not something Matt wants to do, but let's go ahead and do that because it looks to be a real quick job. All right, what's the next thing I want to do on Matt's fun day? I guess get on the mower and go blow some grass clippings around. Honestly, it's not a big deal. I don't want to do it, but it needs to be done. On to the fun stuff, for real this time. All right, here's the deal. Over the past couple months, I've been ordering parts from Amazon and elsewhere, stuff to upgrade the TERYX. At least that's mostly what's here. So let's go through it and unpack it, and I'll show you what it is and where it goes, and if it's quick and easy, we'll install it on the spot. First things first, anti-fatigue foam mat set. The idea here is to cut these out to go in the floor of the side-by-side, help keep the dust out. We'll see if that works. Boyle tie-down straps. These things are better than bungee cords because they don't, they last longer. They're rubber in 2 lengths, they'll stretch, they got little hooks on them. So those are just to help hold stuff down inside the side-by-side. All right, this is a windshield washer kit for the side-by-side. So that goes on the new windshield. We're not going to do that right away, but that's going to be a good project. Oil and filter, so we can do an oil change on the side-by-side because it's due. Oh, that one just came. That's oil for the chainsaw for mixing with gas. Not side-by-side related, but we need it. This is the heavy one. And that's Husqvarna brand too. Oh, again, not for the side-by-side. A set of wheel chocks. I wanted these for the big trailer. I'd like to have another set for the other trailer to carry all the time. Sometimes you need chocks. I'm getting tired of using 2x4s or 2x6s. Oh, that one's light. All right. Not side-by-side related, toy related. Hot Wheels I don't have. Watch my TikTok channel, you'll see them. These feel like lug nuts. Oh no, these are for the tire changing thing. I broke one of these, and so I decided to buy some replacements to always have on hand. So that's for tire changing gear. Next time we change a tire, you'll see those. This is just a strap. I think it's a 20-foot toe strap, and I've got a couple of these already, and these are just more because you can never have too many straps. Not sure what this is. Still not sure what this is. Oh, I think these are fire extinguisher mounts. which will go along with these, which are a pair of fire extinguishers. Two fire extinguishers for the side-by-side. I maybe don't need two. I may only put one on. We'll see. This says soft shackle. It's a pair of soft shackles. With a pulley, so I can go up and back with the winch cable. This is something I've been needing. That mounts in the back receiver, so I've got a place at the back where somebody can yank me out. And it comes with a pin. This is a kinetic rope, so you can tug hard without doing as much damage. For the side-by-side, 48,000 pound braking strength, so that's plenty strong. In fact, I could use that with the truck. It's 48,000 pounds. This here's probably one of the most fun things. Boxed and boxed in. Wheel adapters, 1.5 inch. This should let me put the new tires and wheels on the TERYX. New to me tires and wheels. Lug nuts for them. Oh, and then I ordered some other lug nuts because I think I need different lug nuts for these kind of wheels. This here is a tie-down system. It uses these little hooks right here that go in and turn. I figured it out once. I'm not real smart. Yeah, there we go. Lock into place. These are to go in the bed of the side-by-side. One at the front of the bed, one at the back. And then using that, and these tie-down straps will help me secure stuff better. And then this container here is for all my recovery gear. Straps, pulleys, whatever. Hopefully it'll all fit in here, and this will get strapped down on the back of the side-by-side. So let's see if there's any of this stuff we want to do right now. Kind of a sloppy fit. What do you think? I'll do a little more fine tuning and get that where I want it. I zip right through that like I knew what I was doing, right? Yeah. It's because I'd already done this one. Haha. How about a couple of oil straps to replace the bungees on here? Two different sizes, small red on top, blue on the bottom. Yeah, not color coordinated at all. The goal is to get them tight, but not too tight. See, I can always tighten them up if need be, but I think they're pretty much okay. Not sure what you do with the tail. I guess you just let it hang. I mean, if you wanted to, you could cut them off custom, but I don't want to do that. I'll just find a place to tuck it maybe or something. Now, I do have 2 green straps. I could use green straps, which would kind of match the green on the machine, but they're longer and I don't want to waste them. So I'm not gonna, not yet anyway. The 4 straps I have left over, I'm just gonna carry them, drop them right down in there. All right, perfect. The action packer I bought at Fred Meyer, and the goal is to keep all my recovery stuff in there. I'm not 100% sure it's all gonna fit, but we're gonna try. So let's go ahead and let me fill it up and I'll show you what it looks like. That doesn't fit very well. Corner to corner, I guess. I took this off the back of the UTV because it hangs down too low. So, and I don't use it all the time. I won't use it all the time. So I have a couple more straps to go in here. Right now I'm using them in the truck, working over at the rental. So when I'm done with them, I'll get them in here. I think everything's going to fit just fine. And one of the reasons I got the action packer is because you can put a little padlock on it. Not for real security, but you know, if we were to run down to a restaurant or something and left it side by side parked out in the parking lot, that would help secure a little better. It's about 4:30 and I'm wanting to wrap up. So I want to do one more thing before I wrapped up. And I just did it and I'll let you know the results. So there's the wheel adapters. Now, when I ordered them, there was a warning that your wheel needed to have a place for this lip to recess into. And I knew there was a good chance that my wheel did not. And in fact, it does not. So I need to grind this lip down. In theory, that's not such a big deal, except when you're grinding aluminum. Aluminum tends to gum stuff up. So it may be a bigger job than I think. What would really be cool is if I could figure a way to put this in my wood lathe and turn it down with a lathe. My lathe is not set up and I'm not sure I have anything to do that, but it may come to that if we need to find a way. The other thing I need to find out, I ordered special lug nuts because the lug nuts that are currently on the side-by-side, they have a clamping face, and then these are your typical kind that have the little shape there that go down into a, you know, to center it. So I needed to make sure these lug nuts fit. I needed to make sure the wheel spacers fit, make sure they fit these wheels. Well, you know what? I didn't actually try them on there, but it's supposed to be the same bolt pattern. So if it worked on there, it should work on the other. Before I grind this down, I guess I should try that. So that's where we're at. The rear wheels and tires, in theory, could go on right now, but since they're 28s and the fronts are 26s, I don't really want the mismatch in case I would take it out and use it in four-wheel drive. So this is our next step. Verify this does fit on the side-by-side, which again, I'm 99% sure it does, and then figure out how to get rid of this lip. And once we do that, we can get the new tires and wheels mounted up, and that'll be slick. Now, the back tires, because they are 2 inches bigger diameter, I haven't for sure determined that they fit in the space, because people say that they can rub back there. Let me show you real quick. See, the issue is right up front here, but as you can see, I'm only going to have an inch more, and I have plenty of clearance for that, it looks like. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm sure that's going to work. But again, it's the front wheel spacers. We need to get rid of that little lip. I don't know if we'll work on that tomorrow, but that certainly will be one of the next projects we tackle. So that's it. See you Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, something different. We interrupt this programming for a quick commercial break. Please hit the like button, please subscribe, and please tell all your friends. Now back to the show. It's Monday afternoon, about 3 o'clock. I'm loaded up, done for the day, and in fact, I'm pretty much done for a while, I think. No, I'm not done. There's still a lot left. I did do a complete other row today, started another row. The issue is, these bigger ones over here, I can't move them around by hand. I mean, I'm going to bring the tractor back, and I want to get a grapple for the tractor, so I'm thinking maybe I'll just wait till I get the grapple to do those. I can come back and do some of these, but I don't know. There's no real hurry. So, I don't know. We'll move on to something else for a little while. And maybe I'll feel different tomorrow, but I'm just completely beat. Been here all day, sun about 90 degrees, and that's enough. It's Tuesday afternoon, about 3 p.m., and honestly, I've just kind of taken it easy today. I say that. I went shopping, bought some groceries, also got a haircut. What I didn't do is I didn't go over to the rental, and I haven't really done a whole lot of work around here, although I did unload the log splitter and ATV. And while I was doing that, and I got to thinking about how this is typically how this trailer rides. Actually, this is set up behind the green truck. It's even worse behind the white truck. And you can see nose up attitude. I about scraped the back end easily. So today when I went out shopping, what I did was I bought another stinger here. It's basically the same stinger as this, except I'm going to flip it over and use it the other direction. And I mean, I could just swap the ball back and forth on this one. I find that annoying. I like to just set things up for dedicated use. You may ask why I don't get one of those adjustable hitches. I just don't like the looks of them. I think they're kind of ugly. So I'd rather have a dedicated stinger for each towing setup. So like I said, I'm going to use this one here, brand new. It's the same rise and drop as that one. The difference is it would be set up like this, and I bought a new ball for it. So let me go get that all mounted up, and we'll show you the difference. The new stinger is all set up, so this is roughly what it'll look like hooked up to the green truck. Still a bit of a rake, which is good. It's a good compromise for the front where my little stand there kind of hangs down, and then still have clearance at the back. Now of course this is the green truck. We're using the white truck right now, but typically I tow the lawnmower with the green truck, and that's kind of what the trailer, I mean that is what the trailer's for. So this is what we want to set it up for ideally. Now right now we're going to go set it up in the white truck. We'll get that trailer hooked up and I'll show you what that looks like. There it is, hooked up to Tow Beast. Are we happy with that compromise? I am. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf here at Procrastination Garage. This is firewood that I tested my splitter with last week, and it's been sitting here a week, but we're going to clean it up today so it's not in the way. Look at that, good as new. Yeah, there's still some bark there. Come on, this is Procrastination Garage. We can't do it all at one time. This ATV is broken. I know. How can it break when it just sits here not getting used? Well, as it turned out, a couple weeks ago, I loaned both ATVs to a couple friends, wanted to go ride with their grandkids, and when they brought them back, guy riding this one said it was flashing a warning on the dash, dire emergency. I don't remember what it said. I'll put it up on the screen when I figure it out. Anyway, he asked if it ever done that before. I said, nope, that was new to me. I hadn't seen it. So, of course, go on Google, Google the word, whatever was flashing, and it comes up with a couple different things. But mainly it says voltage regulator. Apparently the voltage regulator on these Can-Ams are a problem point. Now there's some good news here. This is a 2008 model. The other one is a 2007 model. The 2008 model voltage regulator is pretty easy to come by, whereas the wiring is different on the 2007 model, and it is not. So hopefully we can swap this one out fairly easily. Now it said the other possibility is that you have loose battery connections. So we will check that before we pull the voltage regulator, but I suspect it is a voltage regulator. So let's check it out. I'm 99% sure that's a voltage regulator right there. Easy to get to. Has two plugs coming into it, and looks like it's got one bolt holding it, probably like a 12 millimeter or something. So let me loosen it up and see if I can get it disconnected. Well, that came out fairly easily. I'll tell you what, it's almost like they expected you to change it. So two plugs. The only thing is that the bolt was all the way through, so I needed to get a socket to get some on the other end of it. Came out easy. I did check the battery connections, both ends, and they're plenty tight. So, like I said, this is a common failure point, so I'm going to go ahead and replace it. Good morning. It's 10 a.m. and I'm going to quickly sharpen the chain on the Husqvarna this morning headed over to the rental to mow, but I'm thinking that after I mow, I might try and cut some of those bigger rounds down into smaller pieces that I can use, that I can put on the log splitter. So I don't even know for sure. If I don't feel like it, I'm not going to work over there other than do the mow. But let's be prepared. Hey, look, she broke again. The good news is I am carrying the parts to fix it. And just like that, it's fixed. Glad I had those parts with me. So we got about 2.5 mows before it broke again. That's not terrible. Do you see all the sawdust? Yep, that's what I made today. I ran through 2 tanks of gas and I basically cut all these rounds into quarters. Not all of them. So I got one over there and I've got some back in there. But I'm pretty much out of chainsaw gas and I'm kind of done working today. It's, I don't know what time it is. Afternoon before 1 o'clock, probably coming up close to 1. So that's it. We'll be back over here on Friday, I suspect, and we got something fun planned for tomorrow. It's Wednesday afternoon, about 3 o'clock. Let's get back to work on the side-by-side project. In this case, see about getting the new to me tires and wheels put on there. So these adapters go on the front, but the issue is right there. That lip needs to go away. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I guess I'm going to try and grind it. Grinding aluminum is kind of a pain because it just gums up whatever, but I don't really have anything else that's going to work. But I'm thinking if I am going to do it, the easiest thing would be to see if we can get these studs out of here. They're just pressed in. So I've got a hammer right there, and I've got a lug nut right there. So if we screw the lug nut on there, down till it's even, and then just beat on it with a hammer, let's see if we can knock those out. Well, I haven't gotten rid of all of that lip, but I certainly knocked it way down. So I'm going to try a regular handheld grinder now and see if I can get rid of the rest of that. It's probably not going to make it smooth. I wonder if sandpaper on a random orbital sander would do something. We may get there. All right, how's that look? We're getting close, right? So that was using my Ryobi battery-powered handheld grinder. And I've got it down fairly flush. So now sandpaper, or maybe just a hand file. Let me try a hand file and see what that does for us. Look at that. We're happy with that. The next project we're going to tackle is installing some floor mats in here. You can see those holes down there. That's what lets the dust in. So I'm going to start by vacuuming that out, and then I'm going to make a template out of cardboard before I make the cuts on the mat. Vacuumed out, much cleaner now. All right, let's cut a template. That's what the final template came out looking like. And there's what the cut floor mat came out looking like. Came out really good, except there's a little divot right there that I wasn't aware of when I cut the template. So I may recut that one. It won't have any real major effect. It'll still keep the dust out like it's supposed to, but I can fix that, and I'm probably going to, because it bothers me, but not today. That's a wrap on this week's Procrastination Garage. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Okay, so what did we do this week? Let's see, we worked over at the rental, we worked on the mower, and worked on the side-by-side. So that's a pretty full week, right? And what I didn't show you was all the mowing I did, and I did go for a side-by-side ride, but that's, I think, in the next video. So sorry you guys are gonna miss that this week. Do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe, and tell all your friends. Down in the comments, tell me about the projects you're working on, or better yet, the things you're procrastinating about. Remember, the #1 goal of Procrastination Garage is to keep me motivated, to keep me working outside, down in the shop, playing up in the hills, just doing something so I'm not just sitting around watching YouTube and TikTok videos all the time. So we'll see you next week or shortly thereafter. And remember, my name is Matt, and this is Procrastination Garage, and take care.